Hey, this is LLKodeG. Thanks for tuning into my channel again. If you didn't watch the first video, I recommend watching the first video just in case, because this is a reply to it pretty much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then like this video. And yeah, I thought that people may have some questions, so I just went ahead and make some videos about it. So here goes some of the questions I think people may have. Oh yeah, and then for this video, unlike the last one, I'll make it a little bit more interesting because it's not going to be straight up data and stats. So here goes the first question. So the first question that's going to be on here is, how about the contradicting reports? Well, I did go the VA report, and from my conclusion was agreeing with the EVMS's report, which stated that depending on timing, different treatments are needed. And then for the VA report, reason why I think it didn't really match because it didn't have a timing on that report. And if it's past 11 days, it's not going to be effective. That's why I did not record that. Yeah, and if you have reports which fits the timing which I mentioned and which is reported in EVMS, let me know. I'll make sure they have stats and whatever that's needed, and I'll check it out. If I'm wrong, I'll be more than happy to apologize or whatever. And looking at it psychologically, if the nurses and doctors said that it's dangerous, many of the patients might have waited until it was too late. So that may be the other reason why it didn't work so well as well too. So after talking with some people, I guess they weren't able to see the logic structure which I was able to create in my head. So I decided to make a chart in a way that people will understand it. Just want to let you know, this is not the order which came in my head, but hopefully people understand it better. So hypothesis would be, is there a certain time frame which HCQ is effective? And there was a report from EVMS states that HCQ may be effective up to 11 days since contact or the first phase of the symptoms. And I had the reports from Italy, that's pre-exposure, with 65,000 people that was on HCQ due to the pre-condition they had. And then out of that 65,000 people, 99.97 people tested negative for the COVID-19. And then there's another test, post-exposure, that's immediate. There was an immediate treatment for it. It happened in South Korea, where the super spreader was working at a clinic, I believe, and then everyone that she came in all the patients and then the nurses that she came in contact with was asked to take it, and not everyone took it. I think 2 people didn't take it, but all 211 people that took it tested negative after the 14 days. And then the VA report, it has no date for the data as to when it was administered since the contact. So that's why I did not include that in my hypothesis. And from seeing the test results and everything, it seemed that if it's applied within the first phase of the symptoms, and then the dates which are listed within the EVMS, it could be shorter, so just be careful. It seems to be very effective, so that's why I came to the conclusion that I had regarding HCQ. So yeah, maybe it's safe up to that point, but after that, it's probably not gonna work. So yeah, just make sure you know the timing is everything. Everything's timing, even food. If it goes bad, it goes bad. And some question that I might get from many of the Dems and leftists: why are you supporting? Well, I'm not. Like I said in the previous video, that I just wanted to see if my data was correct or not, because after Trump's statements, negative news started coming out. And I consider myself old school liberal, so I'm not Republican or Democrat or anything like that. And to be honest, I think it's the news and the media that's trying to make it political. It's not me. Because even NPR, look at their title. It says NIH panel recommends against drug combination promoted by Trump for COVID-19. It doesn't have HCQ or anything like that. Okay, can you go to the doctors or anything and say, hey, can I get that drug cocktail by Trump? And they know exactly what they're saying? No. So why do you even put that on there, man? I do not get that. And yeah, another funny and interesting question that I get is, isn't the cure more severe than the disease? like what were you watching? Like reading and speaking with like doctors and nurses regarding the pains and struggle that patients go through. I think the side effects I read seems a lot less severe. So, well, you can read it yourself and find. Yeah, I think we all been getting the same information in some way, shape, or form. And then from what I've been reading and seeing, I think COVID-19 kills people. So, if isn't the cure more severe than death? Well, I guess that's up to you to decide. So if you think death is worse than some kind of cure, then, well, more power to you. Yeah, and then one thing that someone asked me is HCQ hasn't been properly vetted by WHO and CDC. Yeah, and then if you were actually looking at the report, I think you would have noticed that I presented information from WHO and CDC regarding the HCQ in the previous video. And I admit that it was from like 2016 or 2017, depending on which report. So if you think that's old, then does CDC and WHO need to vet everything each year? If so, that's going to be a lot of drugs they need to vet because it's going to be more and more. So, well. And then the question that I have to them is, what drug gets 100% vetting from WHO or CDC that says like drug X is 100% safe with no side effect, no matter who you are or when you take it or how much you take it? If you know any drugs like that, let me know. I want to look at it, who made it, how it was made, and whatnot. So, thank you. Next is, how about interaction with other drugs? Yeah, if you actually paid attention and watched the video, you would know that it was in the previous video. And then here's the information from CDC. And it said people with cirrhosis should not take HCQ, is what it said on CDC. And question that I have, if you're that worried about the interaction with other drugs, do you know that the new drug that's going to be tested, that's being tested right now, is going to test every single drug that's in the world, that's out there, and that's also being developed to make sure that drug doesn't have any side effects with anything? And is there any drugs which has been tested with every single drug in the world? If so, how? I would like to know how they are doing that. So if you have the information, please let me know. How do I know if my information is correct? Yeah, for me, no matter what information I get, I always tell myself that nothing's 100%. So that if there's any new information that comes out, I can update myself so that my belief does not get tainted from any opinions. And the opinions are done from any facts that you may have. And if the facts are wrong, your opinion gets wrong, and so does your belief. And if you have up-to-date information with stats, let me know. I'll be more than happy to look at it. Also, if you were looking at the report, you will notice that the information for potential side effect and death reported were taken from CDC and WHO. And for people that ask me, how do I know my information is correct? I want to ask the same thing to you. How do you know your information is correct? Can you be sure that it's not due to some bias? And are you sure that you're not being manipulated due to cytogenesis? Yeah, many people I notice both on left and right is being manipulated due to cytogenesis, so look into that. And another question that I might get often is, if it's actually effective, why haven't I heard about it? Just like the cytogenesis that I mentioned, it could be that Dems and media wants to hide the facts from you, so that's why you haven't seen it. Well, here's a little snippet of some newspaper. It says, slam for misrepresenting Dems. The resolution Detroit Democrats will vote on notes she has misrepresented the needs and priorities of Democratic leadership to the president and public. Let's look into that. So yeah, this is from Detroit newspaper. It's a local newspaper. It says, Democrats plan to censure lawmaker who credited Trump for COVID-19 recovery. So what's interesting is there was a Democrat lawmaker who was very sick, and then she decided to take HCQ, and then she became well. So what's very interesting about this is that Democrats always say, do not silence women, do not silence minority, but she's a black female, Maybe if it's one or the other, you don't silence them, but if it's both, you get to silence them. I don't know. And also, it looks like was another lady that published this tweet about it, and then we did not hear from anything regarding that. So there is news about it. It's just that it's being silenced. And if you want to argue that, well, HCQ hasn't been fully tested, so that's why she didn't announce it. So if there's new drug that comes out which hasn't been tested fully by everyone and anyone, all drugs, will no one say anything about it until it's been fully tested? Or would they say, oh, first person cured? Let's see what's going to happen.